Hey, welcome back. Mino here, and today we're getting into something pretty different. This one's called Big Ambitions. Now, it's kind of a survival game. You've got hunger, thirst, sleep to worry about, a mood, even day-night cycle, all of that. But the biome is New York City. Not post-apocalypse, no zombies, just New York. And the weapon of choice, mass business. Let's get started. Now we're going to start a new game. There is a story mode. It works like a tutorial, and it's actually really good. But it runs pretty much the whole game right now, and it's very specific. So you have to start a certain type of shop and deal with a certain vendor and all of that to kind of walk you through it, which is cool. But once you know what you're doing, don't really need it. And I'd like a little more flexibility on this run. It's still kind of a sandbox. We're in version 0.7, so there's not like it's a super goal state thing. Let's just do a custom game. Plain Jane normal. Okay, here's where we can pick our character. We'll just kind of mess with this for a second. It's pretty lame, but right now there's not many options for character creation. I do know that on the roadmap, it's either 0.8 or 0.9 is supposed to add a ton of new character models and whatnot, so looking forward to that change, but for now, we'll be this guy. And I'm going to name him after one of my favorite venture capitalists, Frank Reynolds. Now, Frank Reynolds, if you know him, he is not that athletic. A little bit pudgy. That looks about right. He was thinner in his younger years. That'll work. Let's get to it. Welcome to New York. Okay, so it's 8 in the morning. We're in an okay mood. Very tired. We have no job. We have $10,000 to our name, but we are homeless. So the first thing we're doing is going and getting furniture. I know that doesn't make sense, but like any survival game, you rush to get the fire and water and whatnot going, and that's exactly what we're doing. Except we have to do it the good old American way by buying it. We're going to a store that is not IKEA. It looks like IKEA, but it is not. I think I'm going to go get a bit of coffee. Not yet. Opens at 9 a.m., so we'll just wait that out. I'm going to get some coffee, and then we're going to go get us some basics. Thank you. Let's go get what we need for our apartment. Really, all we need to start out is a bed and a refrigerator. Oh, they don't open till 10. So we're going to be waiting here for an hour. You can use these benches to rest. Your hands have to be empty. But see, we can just rest till right before 10 and skip time. Easy way to get to when you want to go. Alright, at the supermarket. We're going to pick up a bed and a fridge. Here's a fridge, and here's a bed. Now that we have our purchases, we can just pay out, and we'll be ready to find us a place to live. Let's go to the map. And we're going to go to the residential. These are places we can rent to live. And we want to go into the garment district because that's the cheapest place. And right now we have no income. So we want cheap. Let's see. How are these doing? $44 a day. $44 a day. Same. Oh, and 66. We don't want that guy. So, Yeah, either one of these should work. Is there a difference in the down payment? 1454 and 1454. They're exactly the same. So let's take the one on this side of the street. There we go. Yep, let's rent the building. There we are. Now we live there. Time to walk home. Now once we got to our apartment here, we're just going to drop off all of our new furniture. Standard fridge we will put in here. There you go. And the standard bed. And just shove you right there. You're good. I think there's a way we can park that, but we have our own little hand truck there. This guy carries 8. That can be handy. Alright, so now we need to get a job. We need to show a profit for a few days so that we can get a loan from the bank. Bank won't give us money until we're already making money. Makes sense, right? And they are hiring. Sweet. So our first day of work is tomorrow at 8 a.m. And we've got time to kill. Well, we do need some rest, but what I want to do is go ahead and start business school. And one of the things about the game, when you start, there's 2 tiers of business school that you have to go through. The first one lets you hire employees and whatnot, and the second one lets you actually open a headquarters, and that's really awesome. But basic management is what we want to start with, and it does cost money. Let's see, how much? 30 an hour, and it's a 10-hour course, so $300. But looks like we can finish today if we start now. Nope, sorry, only 8 hours out of the 10, so we can do most of it today. Let's study. We'll just skip time. There we are. Okay, now we are completely out of energy and hungry. It's not going to be a good time for us. So let's grab some food real quick. The grocery store should still be open. And then we'll run home and crash out. Okay, now we're all full up on food. Let's eat one of these. Now we're not starving. Drop the other 9 off in the fridge, and then we're going to get some sleep because tomorrow is our first day of work. So yesterday we lost $44, and that would be the rent here. So we've got to start making money. As soon as we can get a loan, we can start opening our own business, and that's when the real money comes in. But until then, we're working for the man. So this will be a cycle of going to work, going to the business school, going to sleep. It's going to be the same for the next few days. You don't have to do it this way, but I like burning through the school part because then you don't have to worry about it, and you can hire whoever you want. It's nice that way. So now that we got our first few days past us, we might be able to pull a loan. I don't know that we can yet, but we really got to think about what we're doing here. So this run, since we don't have any personal real goals, let's say let's get in the top 10 of the rivals. We should be able to handle that. Right now we're number 20, so we've just got to double our standing. We have no businesses. And number 10 is making 640K a week. So, yeah, we're not far off, right? We can do that. Yeah. All right, we have a little bit of profit. We have gone up the last couple of days thanks to our job. So maybe we can get a loan. Where is the bank? Yeah, right there. I knew it was right by us. Let's go talk to him and see if we can score some money. It's Thursday, so we're not going to have long to spend it. This does work on a, daily cycle. So, whatever we don't get done by Friday, it might have to wait till Monday. All right, buddy. That gonna work for you? What? 9,100. Yeah, no. Leave. I appreciate it. We're gonna have to actually make more cash, it looks like, because 9,100 is not exactly gonna start a new business. 15K might. 15K might. 9,100 will not. So, yeah. Tomorrow is our day off, too. Crap. Well. Okay, coming back Friday morning, 14,000. So I guess that extra night of profit was enough for them to give me another 5K. That's still not a lot. I don't know that that's going to be quite enough, but it's going to be enough. We're going to make that work. Yeah. 14,537, huh? We're going to take every penny of it. Yeah, thanks. It's better than nothing. And we did have a little money left over of our own, so not a big deal. Let's see if we can find a building. Okay, so now we're done with retail. We are looking, or for a residential, we're looking for retail. Now, the thing about retail, if you look at the descriptor, there's a little car thing. That's just natural traffic. The higher that number, the more people will show up to shop there just inherently without advertising or whatnot. So you want that number really high. 45 is really high. 50 about tops it out. There's a few above that, but I mean, like, look at this guy, 15. So, yeah, 29. You're the best, 45. 77 bucks a day, but it'll get a lot of traffic. It is 225 C1. We'll have a lot of room. The trick is I don't need a lot of room. I don't have a lot of money to support a lot of room, which sucks. But, yeah, well, this traffic is 30, and it's only 75. I kind of like that. I know it's a little bit less on the traffic, but that small space is going to do us good to start us out because we don't have crap to us. And look at 21 rent. Yeah. There we go. So that's where we're going to start a business. Let's set our destination. Go check out our new digs. So this is the spot right here. Okay, see, tiny little place. But that's okay. Tiny is kind of what we want to start because tiny is cheap. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Let's look at the Market Insider and see what's in demand. Jewelry, we're not going to have the money for that. Cheap flowers and expensive flowers. Now, flowers, even expensive flowers, are cheap. Go figure. So, flowers we could do. There's only one other business doing that. This is kind of small for a gym. Looks like a coffee shop is going to be next in line. Kind of small for that too. Gifts. There's a couple of gift shops. Got 2 of those. We only got 1 flower shop. And flower shops can sell gifts. And gifts are cheap. Yeah. Yeah, gifts and flowers. We're going to do that. Gifts and flowers, and we will make it primarily flowers. Yeah. Let's start a new business. It will be a florist. And the name of the business. The implication. There we go. Now let's customize that a bit. You know what? We're going to keep that logo. Although, yeah, a nice little fancy font like that. The implication. Perfect. Let's make this sign a little more personable, yeah? I kind of like that. Let's stick with that. Okay, now we got to stock this place. And we got to do stuff with the inside. There's a few things customers are going to want, and they get really, really pissy if they're not there. And the game really doesn't tell you. It just tells you that customers are getting pissy, and you figure it out over time. So, we're going to go ahead and take care of all of that. The first thing we're going to need is shelving and cash registers and stuff like that, which will be at a little store over here, Square Appliances. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, right there. Okay, so from here, we're going to need a cabinet and a cash register and a couple of storage shelves to put stuff on. Thank you, sir. We'll just leave that here for now. As long as stuff is on the little trolley, that'll stay. So it'll stay in that building for us, and we can come back and get it later. Right now, down here is another store. And this is where we need to get our shelving and whatnot. Anderson and Son. Or Peterson. Sorry, A.J. Peterson and Son. Okay, and from here, we're going to get a couple of display stands. That's going to be for the flowers. And we're going to get a couple of rounded shelves. That's going to be for the gifts. Thank you. Sweet. Now there's one more stop to make. Oh, I hope I don't spend too much money here. I really would have liked another 10 grand on that loan, but it just didn't look like it was happening. What we're going to do now is take the subway. Up here is a subway stop, and we're going to take that to get to the other side of town, because the next store we have to get to is way to the other side of the map. It is way, way, way over here. And, yeah, this subway is going to be the quickest way there without spinning an arm and a leg, which, we don't really have an arm and a leg to spin right now. You just hop on one of these and you can pick any subway stop you want to go to stop at. And, this guy is the closest right there. $3. Sweet. Now it does look like we need some food. I don't know if there's a restaurant near here or not. If not, we might need to just hurry back home. But the place we're going to is right there. Essential Appliances. There's two things we need to buy here. I'm going to buy some shopping baskets just because we need those anyway. And a cleaning station, also because we need that anyway. But primarily, this is the place that sells security cameras. We'll need one of those because people will steal your stuff. And we also need to pick up a speaker because for some reason, and I understand, people find it creepy to shop in your store if there's no audio. And so you have to buy these speakers and set up radios for them to listen to. And then they're happy. 9,000 left. And we don't have any products. This is cutting it real close. Back to the subway. I didn't see a place to get food, so we're just going to have to stop in by the house on our way home and eat some of what we got at the house. Now it's time to put our store together. Now, if we can get this arranged and stocked before the end of the day, I think we can quit our job and go ahead and just start working here. Alrighty, it's a little cramped, but we got everything in here. We have a rounded shelf for each type. We're going to put a cheap gift there. We're going to put the expensive gifts here. Expensive flowers can go there, and the cheap flowers can go there. Now, all we got to do is go get said cheap and expensive flowers. And we'll also need to do something with the floors and the walls. More people complain about it being drab and ugly. But if we don't have product to sell, they're not going to be in there to complain. So, products first. There's a distributor down here that we can get to. I'm sure they'll be open for plenty of time. They're right here. We're right there. So, just a block or so away. Easy trip. Now, these distributors is where you buy products for your store. But in most of them, there's a little desk off to the side where will be somebody sitting. Go sit there. You don't have to do anything quite yet, but see that start contract? See, now you have a contact. And you can call these guys and have them deliver stuff to your stores. It's kind of a pain up front because it can't really afford it and all that, but later it becomes super handy. So we're going to need paper bags for the register. In fact, need a couple of those. And then let's get our gifts and stuff. They're going to be over here somewhere. See, look at that. Jewelry, $33,000 buy-in. Unreal. Flour, the expensive is $194. Go figure, right? So, yeah, a couple of those. And, so got room for a couple more things. We can get a cheap and expensive gift. Yeah, there we go. It looks like we got a few flowers left over. Not much. None of that left over. But, yeah, we've got a full stock. I think we can do this. You know what? Quit job. We're now unemployed. Yay, us. Let's go to the interior designer and mess with the floors and stuff. Like I was saying, they get grumpy. But we don't have a lot of money. So, yeah, it's $30 flooring. That'll be a bit of a compromise. There we go. And for the wall, yeah, I think we're going to stick with $30 wall, too. These light colors looks good, but what do we got? That's a flower place. Let's do the that green. There we go. What's that going to cost us here? Apply changes. Yeah, 2,300. Okay, we're down to about $5 grand, but we are decorated. We are stocked. we are ready to go. Okay, the only thing that we've got to do now is set our hours, which right now we're temporarily closed. Yeah, we'll open tomorrow. It's Saturday. 8 to 4, I don't like that. Let's do 10 to 6. I'm just thinking, when are people going to buy flowers? They're not going to buy flowers at 8 in the morning. Let's do 10 to 6 and see how that runs. If we're busy around this time and not around this time, we can adjust it later. I don't know that I've ever run a florist before. I've done a gift shop, and gift shops are weird, depending on the day of the week. Oh, are you kidding me? It is right next to where we live. No, that's private property. I just marked that. That makes a lot more sense. Let's go home. So we lost 65 bucks that day. We knew that was coming. We paid rent and, we're unemployed. But today our shop opens. Our shop is going to open. See, what time do we say? 10 a.m. So I'm going to go grab some food to take with me. Probably buy some fresh food. That seems to work the best. And wait it out a little bit. And then we'll do a day's work, and I'll show you the profit margin difference that we can expect. And then, of course, we're going to have to run down to the distributor and buy more goods. So we're at work a little bit early, but you know what? I'm excited. We're just going to place this right there. Don't want to hold our food on the job. And since we're just kind of on a flex schedule and working ourselves anyway, let's bump that to 9, because we're here. See if we can earn a few bones. And with that, the workday is over. I am in a terrible mood. Starving, now no longer starving. But my mood is trash. What is wrong with me? So I got nothing making me happy. We gotta go get happy. A mood is one thing you do have to worry about in this game, and it'll take you down real fast. So what we're gonna do is, Bizman, we are closed tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Sunday, we're closed anyway. We're gonna get a nap in, and then we're gonna go do things to make us happy, so that we can get a better start on Monday. $2,100 profit. See, that made me a little happy. $2,100 in a day. That's a little better than 156 that we were making from the store, right?
Hello. So I see you opened a business in our neighborhood, Garment District. Listen, Junge, you're more than welcome here, but really remember who owns this neighborhood. So don't get any big ideas. Tschüss.
That's one of our rivals. That rival screen we were looking at before, that's one of them. That is Ingrid. Yeah, she's a right pain. Where we're headed first is the park. Now, weirdly, you get a big bonus of happiness just by hanging out at the park. So, we're going to go hang out at the park. See, just by hanging out and sitting on that bench for a while, I got a big old happiness boost right there. Walked in the park. See, 6 days, I'm going to be at a 30% happiness just from sitting on that bench for that 4 hours. So, that's always a handy little bonus there. Let's get back to the shop because we still have to clean up the mess from yesterday. And we're going to probably just repeat this process for a bit. Restock, work a day, make some money. I want to save up a little bit because we're about to the point that I can hire some employees and finish up the second half of that business school. One of the employees you'll want to hire when you get there is a cleaner. Because, let me tell you, floors get dirty. See that? If you pick up a broom, you can see where all the dirt is. Now, if you have a cleaner, they'll clean all this for you. But without it, it gets dirty. People complain. So, you'll have to handle it yourself up front. Okay, if you look under the bizman on the schedule, when you're hiring for these places, you can see you'll have a cleaner and a cash register. So these are going to be two separate slots you have to fill. Then you just assign people by days of when you want it. Now, right now we don't have any employees, so if it's open, it's on us to do it all. Which means tomorrow we got a big day ahead of us. But I think I'll leave it here. All we're going to be doing is restocking the store, working it, and saving up money. When we get enough to pay back the original loan that we got and have about 10 to 15,000 surplus, then I'm going to start contacting employment agents and actually hiring employees so that we can have other people work the job for us and begin expanding. But that's where we'll pick up on the next episode. Thanks for joining, guys. Definitely let me know if you want to see more of this. There's a lot more to show you. Once we get to our headquarters and the like, and having purchasing agents and warehouses, it gets really neat. Can't wait to show you. I'll see you guys soon.